What's going on, guys? Samuel Reviews here, and welcome to a quick 10 in 1 special. Let's get 10 movies that I recently have seen, but just never got around to reviewing one or another, so I hope you'll enjoy. I know it's weird I keep doing this type of things, but I love talking about movies, but considering everything was going on, I don't have usually the time or energy to review like every single movie. Like, probably kind of wants to, but at the same time, it's like, considering how it's going, I don't have like the energy or time to review like literally every single movie that I see. Like, probably kind of wants to, but again, I have so much going on in my life, so I can't review every movie and all that. So, hope y'all understand that and get what I mean by that. But I really hope you enjoy this list. Let me know about every movie I mentioned in the comment section down below. So, got 10 movies to talk about, so let's get started. The first one I'm going to discuss is the latest streaming movie, Abominable. And I'm just going to say this right away. This is definitely one of the most surprising movies I see this year, because I really wasn't expecting much about Bob. That was going to be just like generic, cliche animated movie. And while in some ways it's kind of generic and cliched, it actually really works. Sure, it's a film that really is on intense, saying that the Abominable character, the main Yeti character, doesn't really have much power as it just gets by through and all that, but I think what makes the movie work is a lot of things. That's the writing, the humor, the bond between the two main characters. The characters in general are actually a lot more interesting and dynamic and developed than I actually expected. Not to mention, the animation is beautiful and has some pretty breathtaking animation moments that, like, man. Again, it's a film that really is going to blow you away, honestly. But I also wasn't surprised at how much I actually really enjoyed this movie, and I would give it a 94 of 100, which is an A-. Next film we're going to discuss is The Nightingale, which is the second film from Jennifer Kent, who most of you know from directing The Babadook for 2014, which is, I think, is a fantastic horror movie. It was in my best horror movies of the decade list. And this, actually, no, going into this movie, I'm just going to say this film definitely isn't a horror movie. This film isn't a horror movie. It's more of a drama and thriller, and it works amazingly. I think my only issue with the movie is that the pacing could have been handled a bit better, and this very much focusing off a one-time movie, because unlike Babadook, I really can't see myself watching this film again, honestly. Because one, this film is brutal. This film isn't easy to watch. This film isn't frustrating hard, honestly, I'm just gonna wait, but it still is an amazing movie filled with amazing performances, especially from the main actress who probably hopes Kent does an Oscar nomination, actually, because my god, was she amazing. Pretty much everything is fantastic. The production design is phenomenal. The cinematography is beautiful and breathtaking as all hell. The story is great. The direction is fantastic. Again, I don't really see myself watching the movie again, honestly. This much is the perfect definition of a one-done movie. But I can't deny the amazement this movie is, and if you're especially a fan of good spirited movies, if you want to see what's going to do next, I would definitely recommend this. Just know it isn't an easy watch. I would give it a 98 of 100, which is an A. Next film to talk about is The Farewell, which is another great and amazing A24 movie. Like, I've heard about this movie for the last few months, and I've been dying to see it, and it's just really by scissors, honestly. And I don't know where it's going to be on my best of the year list, honestly. I mean, I've seen so many great movies here, but this film is definitely a real and personal movie that I personally connected with. A lot of that thanks to the characters and performances, especially Awkwafina, who knocks it out of the park. She is fantastic. It proves that she not only can do comedic roles, but she can also do dramatic roles, and she nails it. The situation here is real and something many of us can relate to, and the cinematography is great. The emotion really is there. Like, I felt a lot of emotion throughout this movie. It's a bit too slow, honestly, at times, but other than that, The Farewell is a truly powerful movie that if you somehow have not seen, I would recommend it, honestly. And it's definitely not a hit for A24. And I'll also give it a 98 of 100, which is an A. Next thing I'm talking about is Wonder Woman Bloodlines, which you guys know I did kind of mention on my superhero such comic book rankings, so I'm not getting too much into it. Again, this is a good movie. This is a fun and entertaining film. And the only thing that kind of puts me to number 10 on my list is because, like I mentioned, it's just something we haven't seen before, honestly. It kind of tells what we already know about the character and doesn't really make you think differently about her, honestly. Like, probably didn't want a little more different, a little more oomph from the movie. But if you want just one that's just fun, entertaining, has great animation, great action sequences, you are going to get that a lot here. Definitely not what we haven't seen from one before, but it still nails it, and I'm going to give it a 81 of a 100, which is a B+. Next up, we have Greta, which was a film that was released back in March, and going into it, I kind of didn't know what to expect, honestly, and honestly, like, I really wasn't huge on it, honestly. And it's funny, because honestly, for a while, I was actually really enjoying this movie, and a lot, but definitely thanks to the two main leads, Isabelle Hooper and Colin Mercy. Those were great performances, and I kind of liked the relationship throughout, and it looks like it was going in a very interesting way. There was some very funny, humorous moments, there was some greatness. Like, I did have some issues with some by logic and characters, but I was still really enjoying it. But this is one of those cases where Third Act pretty much just derails the movie and just, like, makes it into a not good movie, honestly. It's one of those Third Acts, honestly. Like, it just kind of goes off the rails, and I really wasn't into, like, what was going on, honestly. Again, this is not a bad movie by any means, but considering the concept and how much I was enjoyable, it was disappointing at how it ending up being, and I'll give this movie a 49 of a C, 49 of 100, which is a C. Next up is Dolomite is my name. If I'm not hearing nothing my ratings about, then it's honestly very much what that plays. Like, I actually never seen the original movie this movie is based off on, honestly. Dolomite is called. I never actually seen that movie, but I definitely want to see that actually after seeing this movie, because this movie is just fantastic, and one of the reasons why is because of Eddie Murphy. Like, it feels so great to say that Eddie Murphy is amazing in the movie, and say that it really makes seeing Eddie Murphy in the movie nowadays in general. Like, he's probably one of my favorite comedic actors of all time, and he probably gets his best performance in years. Like, he really disappears into the character, and I don't know if it's all the stuff that's kind of factual, how he acts, but he really nails it. All the acting in general is fantastic. It has a very great disaster artist feel to it, and considering how much I love that movie, this honestly wasn't a bad thing, because it was very engaging and interesting and hilarious throughout. Just kind of fell flat here and there, but other than that, this movie is honestly fantastic, and if you still not on Netflix, I would definitely recommend checking it out. Definitely one of their much better movies. And I would give it a 97 out of 100, which is an A. A. Only 4 minutes to go. Next up, we have Maleficent, Mistress of Evil, the sequel to Maleficent, which honestly, like, the first one, I honestly wasn't a fan of, honestly. I thought it was just alright, honestly. It wasn't bad or anything, but that didn't really impress me, honestly. Like, I kind of see what they're going for, but they kind of executed in that really interesting way, honestly. So, I didn't know what to expect with the sequel, and I will say I definitely enjoyed it more than the first. I still can't say it's great, honestly. Like, I would say, Angelina Jolie delivers another great performance as the character, and, like, she was definitely the best part of the first movie, and she's the best part of this movie as well. Like, that can be kind of bland here and there, but for the most part, it's really good, honestly, especially from Chiwetel Ejiofor and Michelle Pfeiffer. The story did definitely have some potential and intrigue. The visuals at lunchtime were actually great. They always have some fun good moments, but the story spoiled this movie fall flats for me, honestly. Because again, it did have potential. But it didn't intrigue me as I wanted to. It's mainly because of the script and some characters' conflicts that really don't get much development needed to me to be fully invested. Not to mention, what they did with that was actually kind of crazy, and it was actually risk-taking. But then they did one of those things where just randomly fixed everything for no explanation, and just like, hey, happy ending. Like, I have no problems with happy endings, honestly. I obviously have no problems with that. But the fact that you could just take away all the emotion and drama that happened and all the violence that happened just like that just bugged me, honestly. Like, it's just how he did it. And that could add a lot of the emotion this film was lacking, honestly. Again, I think I enjoyed it more than the first movie. It is a decent enough movie. Honestly, if you're a fan of the first movie, I do recommend it. But honestly, this film I really am not going to spend much anytime soon, honestly. And I'm giving it a 64 of a 100, which is a B-. Next up, we have Britney runs a marathon, and I don't know, I actually enjoyed this movie a lot more than I thought I would, actually. Like, I kind of didn't know what to expect from me going into it. I heard about this movie a lot, and I was like, I don't know what to expect, but it does surprise me. Again, it does feel a bit repetitive at times, and it does feel a bit too long, but other than that, this movie is actually a pleasant surprise, and actually kind of great, actually. And a lot of that actually thanks to surprisingly Jolene Bell, honestly, who probably gives her best performance since 22 Jump Street. Like, it actually feels like Jolene Bell's a good movie, because do you remind you of when she was fist fighting Rough Night? I thought so. And she has plays a character that I actually did care and actually give that about. She may be hard like at first, but the film does a great job actually make you relate and care about her character. And I don't agree to like her as the film goes on. I even care about some supporting characters, and especially a lot of the relationships and dynamics throughout the movie, actually, which I actually kind of think about, actually, but I did. In terms of story, this film isn't mind-blowing by any means. In terms of directing, this film is mind-blowing, but it presents a... It does rich, but it presents stuff very well. It's very entertaining, fun, enjoyable, hilarious, and actually kind of dramatic at times. And it's definitely very relatable to those that do want to exercise, lose weight, and want to just get out there. I think my aunt loved this movie a lot more on rewatch, but this movie is actually pretty great, and I would definitely recommend it if you haven't. I would give this movie a 94 of 100, which is an A-. Next film, I've got two more films to talk about, don't worry. But the next movie I shall be talking about is Klaus, which is a 2D anime movie that be on Netflix, which tells the origin story of Santa Claus. But I don't lie, this movie is actually a lot more better than I actually expected, honestly. Because I didn't know hardly anything about this movie going into, honestly, but because Netflix didn't really market this movie much, honestly, which is kind of surprising, actually, since it's actually a great quality movie. I mean, sure, not every joke lands and not every pun line it hits the way it intended, but it's still a very delightful, sweet, heartwarming, and all-around great movie, and a lot of things to relatable characters, great voice acting, beautiful and very unique animation, great humor, great drama, great writing, and most importantly, doing what a Christmas movie should do. Similar to Noah earlier this year, it does what a Christmas movie should do, that's get you in the Christmas spirit, and it definitely got me in the Christmas spirit. Again, I didn't spend much going in it, but I'm surprised how much I enjoyed it, how much I actually felt good and smiled throughout. So, again, if you have Netflix, I give it a watch. I would give it a 93 out of 100, which is an A-. And for the last film we should talk about, we have about Where'd You Go, Bernadette? Which is the latest film from Richard Linklater. A film that actually supposed to be released last year, but it was released back in August, I believe. And I'm not just watching it, and I can definitely see why Pepper Claus, honestly. This one is not good, honestly, which is fortunate because Richard Linklater is one of my favorite directors, honestly. From all the films I see from him, I pretty much like this. A few of it I still need to see, but all the films I see from him, he has some top-notch, A+, incredible films. And unfortunately, this is probably the only films I've seen of his that I really am not a huge fan of, honestly. In fact, I don't like it, honestly. That's fortunate, because I think there was actually a good film in here somewhere. Like, the film was trying to reach out, but it just didn't work, honestly. A lot of it's done to the script, honestly. Like, this isn't a bad film, honestly. I didn't hate this movie, honestly, because it has really some competent directing, some cool moments here and there, and some fantastic performances, especially Cate Blanchett. Unfortunately, the main issue suffers from it's mainly from, not just its writing, its lack of story, lack of personality with the characters, and its drama, but really every character in this movie is flat likable. Like, even the main character herself is likable. And while I'm gonna give that's what they're going for, well, how she was acting, or they never really gave her an understandable reason for her actions, and they're going for it, it makes it hard to feel and root for the person. In fact, it's like, but you're actually a mother though, so why do you feel this way? So it's just a lot of stuff just don't really add up. That's what I'm saying. And I think what this film really feels that is trying to tell an interesting message about mental health. Like, at one point, you think it's actually trying to tell a serious message about it. Where it's like, oh, so it can be done right, but it's like, nope, just bunches over, and it's like doesn't really get to one of the root of the problems and everything, and the film really suffers about that. Like, probably really wanted to like this movie, honestly, and in some ways I can definitely see what this film was going for. but it doesn't really execute and feel, it doesn't feel earned and doesn't execute very well. Again, this isn't a bad movie by any means. Like, it's not a good movie honestly at all. It's not a bad movie, but definitely a disappointing one, and definitely probably the weakest one I've seen from Richard Lance so far. And overall, I would give this movie a 39 out of 100, which is a C minus. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed discussing this special 10-1 recap video. Let me know what you thought about every movie I mentioned, from Abominable Ball, Nightingale, Farewell, Wonder Woman Bloodlines, Greta, Don't Mind Is My Name, Resident Evil, Brittany Runs, Marathon, Claws, and Whittier Burnett. I would love to know what you thought about these movies in the comments section down below. I will have other movies coming very soon. Hopefully soon I can see Parasite and Knives Out and Jojo Rabbit very soon. Now, I will have reviews for those movies for you guys, so hope you all enjoy. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I truly honestly appreciate it. If you haven't already, be sure to like this video, be sure to share and subscribe, be sure to follow all of my social media sites, all links which down below. I am Cinema World from Cinema World Reviews. See you next time, and as always, stay cooler, buddy. Peace.